We got the vibe, fun and friendly all the time. Draft and play and feel the rise. Magic moments in our eyes.
Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic here, back doing a best of 3 Aetherdrift draft. Sahur Glories passes the rare. 2 mana 3/2, start your engine, sack a creature, surveil 1, activate only once a turn, max speed, whenever a non-token creature you control dies, make it 2/2 black, zombie creature token. I mean, it's certainly not bad for a 2-drop. Otherwise, Fang Druid Summoner, probably pretty good to pick up early, since you get 2 bodies and 1 for it. Or we could just try the Haunt the Network deck, which I have not played with yet, but Haunt the Network, and then you play a bunch of artifacts. Pretty simple. But taking a multicolor card right off the bat, probably not the best idea. Might be the strongest card in here, though. I mean, this isn't bad. I just don't know if I really want to take it. It's not like busted. It is a 2-drop 3/2. It's a pretty solid beater. I'll try it. I guess white's the worst. Man, probably shouldn't, but all right, Cloudspire Captain in here, which is a good card. All your mounts and vehicles are bigger, and then it can saddle stuff better and all that good stuff. Other good cards in here. I like the Broodheart Engine, Apocalypse Runner. Played against it and got beat up a few times. Molt Tinder's playable. Goblin's good aggro creature. I like the Disciple. Obviously Hazard of the Dunes and the Omnivore. But yeah, we can take the Captain now. So Road Rage and Spike Spitter in red are quite good. In black and white, there's really nothing that I care about. Maximum Overdrive and Assailant, neither of which are exciting enough to pick here. I could take the Road Rage. Could take the Spike Spitter. I don't know which one I think is better. Probably Spike Spitter, you get free spells off of it. Or do I just take Plow Through because it's 1 mana removal and I should probably try and force my way into green again? Yeah, let's just take Plow Through. It's a good card. Blows up any vehicle. Not any artifacts, but any vehicle for 1. And then is a 1 mana fight too, as well, I should say. Take the Catcher down now, I guess. Otherwise, just Grim Bauble in black, which is good. But Catcher down's probably better. I mean, it's hard not to force yourself into green when the cards are just so strong. So, 2 green cards now, although we did pass some green cards in the beginning. Not sure on our second color yet. Could take Disciple. It's good with big fat fatties. That's true. Then I could at least keep the Captain around as well. Clack Scion got absolutely destroyed by that card in the last draft. We'll just take the Disciple. I like the card in general. Keeps us more in various directions here. Well, I like Javelineer in black. If I wanted to try and stick with the black-white plan. In red, Lightning Strike, Pick 6, Cloudspire Coordinator, both great cards. I mean, I could just take Strike and assume maybe red's open, in which case I can be either white, red, or... I mean, I like the Coordinator a lot, too. Or I just take Javelineer, which is a great card. Let's just take Javelineer and assume we can make black-white work. So Wretched Doll is a great card. There's also Siphon Fuel, which is playable, not great, and Oil Gorger. But I like the Wretched Doll. It's a good 2-drop. Surveilling each turn is pretty good. So you can take the Oil Gorger now, or you can take the Air Response unit. Captain, I guess I'm supposed to be maybe taking these. It's got Vigilance too. Can attack and block. I mean, this guy's starter engines and can have lifelink and it has haste. That's also pretty good. But this is an uncommon. There's probably a reason it is. It's also quite a bit cheaper. So now Parry versus Mechanic and Oil Gorger, another chance to get that. Mechanic probably wants to be in the same deck as Cloudspire Captain, but considering if in black-white we have nothing in the terms of removal, we probably just have to take the Parry and get a combat trick. Risky Shortcut is actually good at getting your max speed count up. Otherwise, I could try and splash Apocalypse Runner since I already have good mountain vehicle value stuff. But I'll take the shortcut, cut black for now. All right, Maximum Overdrive is perfectly playable. It's just not the most exciting card, but yeah, it's playable. It's a combat trick. All right, some blue stuff, we'll just pass that. We've already committed to enough things we're not playing, so all right, I'll take Kalak Scion. And probably I'm not going to need a Guide Light Matrix, but we'll leave it in there for now. All right, so there's Bozri's Pride of the Road, Spin Out, which is probably the pick. I like both of these cards quite a bit. And yeah, I mean, getting Double Strike on something you control each turn is pretty good, but I think we're unlikely to play that. Just take the Spin Out, see if we get either of these white cards back. Sundial is perfectly playable 2-drop. Otherwise, just Collision Course, some removal. And Country Roads, we've got a Quick Welder, Deathless Pilot. Our Victory, it's kind of cool. Get any card into your hand. It is a 3-drop 2/2, but that's pretty good upside on that. Could see maybe taking the Hour of Victory. Yeah. The upside is pretty substantial, although you can never have enough 2-drops. Yeah, I'm going to go with Sundial. I'm just going to go with the 2-drop. 2-drop 3/3 is probably still good enough with combat tricks, especially. So now it's Collision Course versus Interface Ace. Well, we really don't have enough vehicles to justify Interface Ace yet. And I guess there's Engine Rat and Mutant Surveyor, both of which I like, but I'll take the Collision Course. Getting the first Collision Course is probably fine. All right, getting rewarded. I could take the Ride's End, which is a great removal spell, but I'll take the Embalmed Ascendant for now. It's, you know, Signpost uncommon. There's actually a chance we could wheel it, but I'm not going to risk it. Compactor, Collision Course, Fairy, and Fuel. I mean, Compactor can deal with anything, but Siphon Fuel's a little more expensive. Collision Course requires you to have enough early game to really take advantage of it, but it might still be just Collision Course. Scrap Compactor has the upside of dealing with fatties, though. I think I'm going to take that. Okay, so Bot, Fuel, Disciple, Scouter. So Bot is cool. It starts your engines early. Can give you a couple blocks. Siphon Fuel is some removal. Disciple is good. I mean, we do want max speed, so I think I'm going to go with the Bot. Just because it starts it early there. Or gives you, oh, pick 7, Spin Out. Yeah, it's good. It's cool. Grim Bobble, pick 8. Nice. All right, or the Parry. Yep. Okay, well, I guess looks like we're some sort of black-white aggro deck at the moment that wants to make a bunch of zombies, I guess. And then drain our opponent to death. Removal is getting there. Creatures need to improve a little bit, but all right. Take the Ether Jacket. It flies. It's fine. There's Raceway too, which isn't bad, but we're topping out at 3 mana right now. Okay, that's kind of absurd. Maybe I should have taken the Raceway so we could filter all these extra lands we're going to draw. So Pilot versus Collision Course and Country Roads. We already have 19 cards. We do need more creatures though. Could take the Pilot. It's a playable card. It's not great. Chance is pretty high we want just the free land for the deck. But we're probably going to end up making cuts, so. Alright, we'll pass this stuff that's not on color with us. Still somehow topping out at 3 mana. At least the removal is looking good. Alright, can take a Siphon Fuel, or we could take the Gorger. I think I'll take the Oil Gorger just because it has evasion, which is typically good. All right, Necro Regent is actually looking really good in here. Because decent chance we can get max speed, and then all those extra zombies can be good with Embalmed Ascendant and stuff like that, draining our opponent out. It's actually cool that Zahur and Embalmed Ascendant rather can just kill your opponent. But yeah, we'll take the Necro Regent. Good pickup there. Our victory now. Another air response unit. Pilot. Shortcut. Take the Hour Victory. I think it's a good upside card. Find a removal spell most likely. So we have a deck now. First cut is looking like probably Parry or Overdrive are going to be on the chopping block. I'll take another spin out. It's creature count now 13, so we still need a couple more creatures, but I think I like Maximum Overdrive more than Parry. I mean, Parry can cycle, which is good, but Death Touch and Indestructible is also very good. To be honest, I think good chance they both get cut. But Risky Shortcut might be on the chopping block too. Jeez. That's a cool card. Not taking it, but it's a cool card. Another Captain. The problem is we barely have any mounts or vehicles. No mounts and one vehicle. So the Cloudspire Captain looking a little bit less good, unfortunately. But I could take the Rambler here. Yeah, we probably do. It's a good card. Two bodies in one typically are Lord of the Undead. How many actual zombies do we have? Oh, we have 3. Okay. Oh, wait, and we have all those 2/2s? All right. Makes sense in this deck, which is really fascinating because we have Hour Victory, we have Zahur, and we have Embalmed Ascendant. Wow. And Necro Regent. Wow. This is probably the best Lord of the Undead deck we could have, which is fascinating. Another Grim Bauble. Sure. So now at this point, you probably cut the Risky Shortcut and go ahead and just take the Foul Roads. They're going to be tap lands a lot of the time, unfortunately. You could take the Raceway. Probably don't need it. I guess we could take a Siphon Fuel and just... Honestly, we have more than enough removal, but... Do I have enough creatures? Only 14? That's not true. We have 15 because our victory counts as one. All right, I'll just take Siphon Fuel. We're going to just have a boatload of removal, which is a good problem to have. I actually like the Mustang quite a bit. I think this card's good. I mean, flying is good too, though. But no, we want the mount. It's got Cloudspire Captain synergy. All right, take a pilot. Is it a zombie? Ooh, it is a zombie. All right. Take the Assailant now. We already have one Aether Jacket, so all right, take that. All right, all the goodies. The Jaguar still going extremely late. Unexplainably. Disciple. Okay. Well, we built something. That's for sure. We absolutely built a deck. Is it a good deck? Well, I don't know. Apparently white and red are the worst, so maybe not, but that's okay. Let's find some cuts and see what we're running, see what we're not. So removal, 2 baubles, compactor, collision course. We can probably dump, well, we have 7 cuts to make. We can cut 3 creatures. Let's look at our creatures first. Just curve-wise, we probably want to keep the flyers, and that Aether Jacket usually is something we can cut, but we can keep it because it's a flyer. Could maybe cut the Surveyor. I kind of like having a Surveyor. Could cut the Calaxion, but we have a lot of removal, so we can get in with a 7-2. Obviously, you don't want to cut the Javelineer. Captain's not doing that much in here. Vehicle, we have a Rambler and an Air Response unit, which Air Response unit might not even make the deck. We're actually very low on early creature plays, which is unfortunate. I think we probably want to cut some 3-drops here. Why don't we just maybe get off the Captain, because it's not that good anyway. And then we can get off the Air Response unit. And then this is a creature too. So really we can cut more creatures. So maybe Aether Jacket does go, because we have enough removal, so we don't really need it. Disciple, I don't know why I like Disciple so much, but I do. The lifelink ends up paying off. And the indestructible, of course. Like smashing in with Klax Ion, 7 power. Lifelink indestructible is pretty good. I want to keep the bot just for early starter engines. Just turn 1, getting that going and being able to package your opponent is kind of good. But we can cut 2 more creatures technically. And they should probably be non-vampires. Or vampires, zombies, rather. Is this a zombie too? No. It's a toy. This is a zombie though, so I'm going to keep that. And we need more 2-drops anyway, so that's fine. Could cut the Surveyor. Actually like it. It's a mana sink, and we really don't have any mana sinks in this deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, Siphon Fuel can go because it's mediocre, and we have 3 spinouts, which are way better. And the rest of the removal and tricks are probably fine. Although I might end up having to cut 1 more. We'll see. This is kind of like a 3-drop creature, I think. So really we cut 2 creatures. Then maybe we cut the maximum overdrive. Or I cut the collision course. I could see cutting collision course here. Overdrive being both protection and combat trick is nice. And we don't have a ton of like early creatures to make collision course. I mean, like I said, the fact that you can always blow up an artifact with it is quite nice. But Compactor being able to deal with anything is also nice. There's at least an argument maybe to sideboard into either collision course or Compactor. But I probably want the Compactor just because it's deal with everything in the main deck, and then if it's a more artifact heavy deck, then I'll bring in the collision course. I could see that. And then just keep an overdrive because it's got some versatility to it. Sure. So now it's 2 creatures and then we call it a deck. Weakest 2 creatures in the deck, I'm assuming, are going to be non-flyers. So I'm kind of feeling like Mutant Surveyor, even though it does starter engines. And could be a Disciple. I think I like Disciples more than Assailant, but then how many ways do I have to start your engine? We have a Bot, Zahur, Ascendant, an Assailant, and an Oil Gorger, and that's it. So probably keep the Assailant and maybe cut 1 Disciple. And then how many zombies did I end up with? 5? Wow. Plus Hour of Victory, plus... It's kind of cool, actually. Lord of the Undead in here. Huh. Fascinating. Well, we're giving it a try. As with any deck, I never really feel good about any of my decks in this format. They all kind of... All the decks in this format, I feel like, end up the same. I can always reasonably get to 15 creatures and 8 removal spells, and it's completely rando how the deck ends up. Very matchup dependent, very draw dependent. As Magic should be, I guess, but I don't know. It's just a weird format. It's one of those formats where you can just get super far behind very easily and get beat up pretty badly. But it's cool. We got a little zombie theme going here. We'll see what we can do with it. We'll run it like this. We'll see around 1. Okay, I'll play first. Oh yeah, keep. Looks great. Can build towards this Necker Regent. Javelineer is actually nice with Nesting Bot, potentially, too. Yeah. Ooh. Great blocker there for Javelineer. Or for the Javelineer play. But we're definitely jamming Javelineer first. I think it gets its own buff too, right? It's really nice. Which one are they getting rid of? I mean, Lord of the Undead makes the most sense. Because otherwise I can just get Necro Regent back. Actually, I can't because it exiles, but they don't know how many zombies we have in here, so I wonder if they're curious too. That's interesting. So maybe they're just not fearful of other zombies I potentially have in here. Unexpected. Well, they're going to know what we drew. Ooh, they got a trick, huh? Maximum Overdrive, maybe? Silken Strength. Nice. Disciple. Yeah, actually, I mean, makes sense after playing a Clack Scion. Ooh, attacking. Well, that's nice. We can punish that at least. Guess it's good they're, I was going to say short on land, but... you don't see that too often. Guess I would prefer to them not get max speed here, so... Deathless Pilot, alright. Jeez. Wish I had a way to pump this Clack Scion. Oh yeah, it pumps your opponent's zombies too. That's funny. How old school that is. Sundial. Well, I can get max speed. Just doesn't really do anything right now. So they have their Hour of Victory online now, so that's something. Let's see. Let's go ahead and... I think we're actually going to kill the Vanguard. I don't want them being able to dig stuff up. And let's see. Can get in like this. They block. They take 5. I can block with my nesting bot token if I have to. I'm okay with that. And then we'll surveil, I guess, at the end of their turn. Let's see what they find off of that. We've got 3 spinouts. I'm really assuming we're going to find 1. with this Grim Bobble. We gotta find one, right? Somewhere. Well, they're getting the strongest card in their deck here, so we'll see what we got to deal with. I assume it's going to be a rare of some sort. Okay. What's it take to crew? Crew 4? Okay. This is the first time I've seen the Kalorna played before. It's pretty fascinating. I mean, yeah, I feel like getting rid of one of our flyers is probably not the best idea. It's kind of funny that Deathless Pilot and Lord of the Undead are kind of pointless together. Not like pointless, but mostly irrelevant. I mean, it's pretty horrible, but we have a bunch of removal, so hopefully we can find that. We'll just take a absolute bajillion damage here. And rip a land. Looks like we are definitely dead here. Lost to a Sheffield Archfiend too. How depressing. Yeah. Basically losing against a pretty mediocre looking deck too, so that's a bad sign. Interesting. No trample at least, that's good. All right. Take a bunch of damage. And rip a land. In for 3 and pass. And rapidly die. So what do we want to do game 2? Well, probably keep the Grim Baubles for the Vanguard and the Galaxion. Always sad when Wicker Folk gets you. That's always pretty sad. Always pretty depressing when the old Wicker Folk gets you. Let's see here. Sideboard. So, Collision Course. Yeah, we probably bring it in, I guess. You know, I didn't count Rambler as a creature. It is a creature because it enters and makes one. So I could probably cut one more creature. And that creature would be... It's funny that... It's so funny to me that they have the... the Stoptic Galaxion with the 2-drop 0/8. We lost to the Wicker Folk. We lost to the 1/3 flyer and the 0/8 blocker. Gosh, I hate my life. I am so terrible. I am so terrible. Oh, man. What do we take out? What's the weakest creature we got here? Weakest creature. Well, I don't like buffing my opponent's creatures, but we have too many zombies to cut that. We only saw one flyer, so I'm going to keep my flyers. It's probably another ground dude, but I don't want to cut any of my ground dudes, so maybe the Disciple. That's a bummer, but I don't want to cut a 2-drop either, and I don't want to cut a zombie. Could cut the bot, but we have 2 little starter engines, and I want to be able to still get that going early. So bringing the Collision Course is yet another blow up a random artifact card, I guess. Play first. Yeah, it's not a great hand, but we'll keep it. All right, I'll just kill that. I don't have to, but kind of not doing anything else. Wow, this has been quite the eventful game for your old pal Alex. I am really causing a lot of trouble for my opponent here. Doing literal nothing by turn 4. Can't wait to jam this Necro region, have it immediately die. Hey, Nesting Bot. Oh, wrong spell. Nesting Bot, the greatest turn 5 draw you could possibly get. Oh, beautiful. Love it. Love it. Love it. Mm-hmm. Oh, with more follow-ups too. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go land. We'll go bot. I'm still going to bobble the Vanguard because otherwise they just draw a million cards and I lose that way. Jeez, what an embarrassing way to lose. I feel like I've never done less. Never been less productive. I had 2 life, so I'm literally dead next turn because I've done nothing this whole game. I've done absolutely nothing this whole game. Beautiful. All right. Well, that was pretty embarrassing. Pretty gosh darn embarrassing. We'll see you for the next one. All right, round 2. Play first. Both colors. Removal. Yeah, looks like a keep. Oops. All the double blacks. Well, sure hope I see that second swamp. Whoops. Guess I shouldn't have said something. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful turn 4. Oof. Love it. Love it. That is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Guess I gotta stop on my upkeep, maybe? Can't wait for them to play a 5-drop here. That's gonna be awesome for us. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't even know if I have time to do Grim Bauble. If I can't do it, get a swamp, and then hope to win next turn. So I basically have to rip it here. I literally rip another 5-drop. That's so funny. That is so funny. Look at this hand. Look at this hand. 4, 5, 5, 5. Double black, double black, double black. Oh my god. That is so funny. That is hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, I think we can call it good there. I think we're good. Game 2. I don't know. Maybe we can try playing some spells. That would be cool. It showed us some artifacts, I guess, so I could probably bring in the collision course for the disciple again. Okay. I'll just kill it. Well, at least it can still contribute to my collision course here. That's nice. Hey, they missed a land drop. That's awesome. Yeah. Turns out I can't maximum overdrive and protect it, so. Alright. Sounds good. Not my favorite. It's a pretty interesting way to tap my mana. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hmm. Beautiful. Beautiful play. Yeah. That's what I needed on turn 13. Hmm. All right. All right. See you for round 3. Jeez. What a tough format for your old pal Alex. Just been getting absolutely crushed. All right. Play first. We'll keep. I don't even know how these triggers work. Would I have gotten the 1/1 and then he can target it? Or does he target and then I get the 1/1? Guys, I've only been playing this game, like I said, 30 years. I can't be expected to know stuff like that. Actually, I think it's this. Hmm. Hmm. Ah. Three zombie now. Still not enough to get past their pesky dude, though. So we'll play Zahur here. And Galaxion. We do have max speed now, so that's pretty sweet. Except, you know, our entire force is... our entire army is... I'm just going to get in with the Rambler here. I'm not planning to block with Zahur, so that should be fine. It doesn't have flying if they do it on my turn, which is pretty fascinating. They're reading that now, too. I only knew that because I've run into that problem before. All right. We get to make a zombie, though. They sure they want to do that? The next turn, Lord of the Undead? Wow. Getting Ascendant back the next turn? Oh my goodness. This deck got a win? How is that possible? How could Alex Stephenson, the worst drafter of all time, possibly get a victory? Lightning Strike rides in. I mean, their deck looks fine. Bunch of cheap stuff. Galaxion sure looks terrible here. We want another Disciple. We want to cut Galaxion because we want a life gain against presumably a hyper aggro deck. What else do I want to do against hyper aggro? I don't know. That one Collision Course blows up a Rambler, but I didn't see much else. I mean, it still is removal. Less clunky than Scrap Compactor. That's true. I guess I could swap those. Or I could do Light Shield Parry, but no. Protects from lightning strike randomly sometimes too. That might actually be worth it over the course. Technically, I could cut a creature because Rambler counts as a creature and we have Hour of Victory. Let's just cut the collision course. Run the light shield parry and see how that works for us. Yeah, nesting bot on turn 1, baby. That is what it is all about. Into Zahur. Wow. I doubt they block anyway. No red mana. Important to note. Let's see here. I don't have a mount or a vehicle, unfortunately. Now we're going to attack. Best use of mana is probably the overdrive, so we'll do that. No red mana. Smart. Ooh, green mana. That was unexpected. Did not expect the green mana. Daring Mechanics, sure. Ooh, Ascendant now too. That's pretty sweet. Taking it. Wow. Also unexpected. Sensible. Ooh, disciple of my own, huh? That's pretty sweet. Oh my god, Ascendant doing stuff. Holy cow, guys. We just won in this format. Hey, unlocked an achievement too. Wow. Timely. Well, Aetherdrift continues to completely destroy me. Tough format for your old pal Alex. Real tough format. All right. Take spin out, or maybe just slam the run over and get yourself in green. Although I did just have that green deck and I got completely slam dunked with that deck too. So by non-green decks. So I don't know. I don't think there's a secret. I think you just draft a good mix of creature and removal. Well, maybe don't do that because that's the strategy I've been doing. Draft a good mix of creatures and seemingly pretty good removal, and see if you can get a victory. But that hasn't been working so well for me. So do your own thing. Figure this format out. If you're doing good at this format, you got the secret. You're doing good. Keep it up. Spin out versus run over. I mean, you take the spin out. It's better than run over. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.